Okay guys, really excited. The title of this video is not clickbait. Now, there are two Philosopher stones. The one, the original one is about creating gold, transmuting base metals into gold. Now, can't make that one, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you were thinking probably about, making gold. But the other one, it was, purported to be able to rejuvenate you, make you younger, the fountain of youth, cure any disease, any mental disease. That's the myth. That's what they say, right? So, disclaimer, this is not any doctor's advice. I'm not claiming anything. I'm not making any claims. Okay, we're just trying to do a science experiment. It's not something I'm gonna reveal, claim to do this stuff. Okay, not doctor's advice. Just exploring science project. Okay, so this other Philosopher stone, it was always, how do you call the word, purposed. It was always suspected that it had something to do with wine or blood. I mean, it is a red stone. They say the stone turns from silver into a final red stage. Are they talking about the stone that makes gold? Are there two different stones? Is it the same stone? The alchemists were very secretive for a reason. Otherwise, these dumb Bulgarians would be walking around all healthy, and they would be power drilling and hammering forever. So, talking about dumb fucking Bulgarians, mate, seriously. There's birds in the park. So, I am going into new science project when I saw a product called Doppel Herz Vital Serum or something. I keep forgetting the name. Doppel Herz Vital Serum, Vital Elixir, something, I don't know. And you can see it in every pharmacy, and it's really cheap. And probably some of you have tried it already. So let me buy this bottle. It's kind of cheap. It's a vital serum. It's some kind of a vitamin. And you buy it. You look at the ingredients. It says, okay, B vitamins, iron, magnesium, B vitamins. Okay, what else is in there? What makes it special? We've heard of B vitamins. So it says red wine extract and grape skin extract. So two different things. Red wine extract and grape skin extract. So you're like, oh, they must be using wine, they must be using red wine, they must be concentrating it. And I'm like, what? This seems kind of fascinating. Let's research this. So I talked to the AI. It tells me these companies, they're not using wine. They're using the pomace. The pomace is when you make wine, when you crush the grapes to make wine, the leftovers. So you're not getting an extract made from a wine. You're getting leftovers from the grape squeezing, right? So we're making wine. Here's the leftovers. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying that when you squeeze the juice out of grapes, I'm not saying they can be used, but like it would be definitely, stronger if you use the grapes and not just the squeezed fiber leftovers. Now they do contain stuff, but again, when they say red wine, you think they're using actual wine. It's like, no, they're using the waste. They're using the Pomace waste. They're using the waste, and so they're using the cheapest stuff, the waste. Nobody's going around like buying wine and making some kind of a alchemical elixir. Like, you're gonna come to my house, be like, Kiril, I want your strongest potions. I'm gonna give you something that can put you in the hospital. You can't handle, and I mean that. I mean 100%. You cannot handle my strongest potions. If my strongest potions, a few drops on your hand, you're already going to the hospital. Forget about drinking, forget about taking a few drops in your mouth. On your skin, my strongest potions, Traveler, Knight, will send you packing, okay? Straight to the ER. So, you already know me as the guy who was making a lung support extract that, like, to negate the K word. You know what the K word is, right? And the guy who was working on the cat kidney support tincture, so street cats don't get kidney problems, and also works on dogs, okay? My broth, frozen ice cubes, broth with herbs, I haven't made it yet. I know I'm talking too much, but I did make the lung support extract, okay? And it's some powerful shit. But anyway, to get back on point, when you come to my house, welcome, Traveler. You can't handle my strongest potion. I don't know where you think you're going, who you think you are. You must not know me, Traveler. But when you go to these pharmaceutical companies, even though they have machines, they have lab equipment that can, like, they can concentrate stuff more than I can at home. So the pharmaceutical company with thousands of dollars of machines, and they concentrate, they separate chemicals, right? They are doing about profit. They're making something that can be stored, shelf life, something that can, like, you don't need to keep it in the fridge. It can last for years. And it's not that I can make stuff that can last for years. Trust me, 75% ethanol is gonna keep shit lasting, for many years. The thing is, the main problem is, they care about profit. So the pharmaceutical company, Doppel Herz, if they made a proper extract, what is best for you, you actually, you were buying wine, you were mixing wine, concentrating wine with whole grapes, 2-stage extract, 3-stage hybrid water alcohol extract, it would be expensive. They gotta go buy wine. But if they go to a grape farm, to a winery, and they're like, hey, we're gonna give you $5 for the waste. You know that waste that you were stomping with your feet? the waste. Okay, somebody's grinding. Somebody's grinding again. Amazing. Amazing. Bulgarians.com. Amazing. Anyway, let's go some other place. Alright, so I had to free some space on my phone, but now I can get back on topic. So, talking about the pharmaceutical grade, when you trust a pharmaceutical company, they care about profits. They don't want to make you too healthy. They can make you super healthy. It is not a problem for them. Don't think that all these scientists that make the big money, they're working for Roche and Novo Nordisk and all these companies. I have stocks. I have stocks in 5 different pharmaceutical companies. I don't even remember their names because I haven't checked my stocks in like 3 years. But I do have like $100 each in like different pharmaceutical companies. I try not to invest like in companies who experiment on animals, and you know they're so corrupt you can't trust any of them. I guess it's time to sell my stocks and take my money and buy some chocolate with them, okay? But these companies, it's not that they can make stuff that makes you super healthy, you know. The problem with them is they care about profit and making a product that can be put in pharmacies, and they don't want to make you too healthy, and they don't give a shit about the quality of the ingredients. So nobody is gonna buy red wine and make like a special extract from like organic grapes, from like a certain type of grapes, where it's organic and you know where the grapes came from and you know what they were sprayed with and they were cleaned properly. They can do it, but nobody wants to waste the money on you. Such things, homemade artisan goods, are made by the Japanese and by me. The Japanese and me. The Japanese and a freak, a psychopath like me. That's it. Okay? Maybe some cute pagan girl, yeah, now and there, yeah, sure. Okay, but that's it. It's like the old days when your grandma used to make tomato and pepper spread, you know, we call it lutenica. And your grandma used to make it, and it's real and it's tasty. It's tasty and it's good. It's good for you as well. But that was the old days. Now that you buy tomato and pepper spread from the store, it's not that good. It's not that good. They're cheaping out on ingredients. And in the case of Doppel Herz, they are using the waste. They went to the grape farm. They're like, hey, we want to buy your waste when you're done using your dirty feet. When you're done using your dirty feet to step on the grapes, we want to buy the pomace and we're going to give it to the goy. So let me ask you something. Let me ask something today, Ripley. Would you buy a supplement, an extract that was made by the crushed grapes that I was crushing with my feet? I got some. Look, my feet. I got some like, I don't have fungi. I don't have fungi, but my feet are not like now. I'm using Epsom salts every day, sure. I'm using Epsom salts, my feet are clean, but still, you know, dirty feet, right? So Would really drink a syrup that was made by the fruit waste where I was stepping on the fruits with my bare feet? Would you? Because you're trusting a pharmaceutical company. Oh, don't worry, we pasteurized, we heated it. The germ, if the germs are dead, that means the resveratrol and the other polyphenols are also dead because they don't like heat. Cutie, sweetie, listen up. Let me tell you. If you use heat, if you boil to 100 degrees to kill all the bacteria, so you can say, don't worry, there's no germs from the farmer crushing the grapes with his feet. Well, you just killed all the antioxidants. So what is the point of these elixirs if it's dead? The polyphenols, the resveratrol, all these compounds are dead. The, what was it called? All the different things, you know. What is the point? So you see, you buy, most people don't even look at the bottle. It says it contains vitamins and it's vital. Oh. So some people would read the ingredients and it says red wine extract. And you're like, okay, this is made from red wine. They concentrate some red wine. Okay. Then you go online and you find out that it's not made from red wine. They're allowed to call it that, but it's actually made by the Pomace. So you're eating the wastes that I was stepping on with my dirty feet. Okay? That is one of my dreams. Here's a kitty cat. The kitty cat is coming to see me. Where is it? A kitty cat is coming to see me. A black kitty cat. One of my dreams that I would make Ripley eat the food waste that I was stepping with my dirty feet on. That's one of my dreams. Okay? Here's the black kitty cat. Here's the black kitty cat. Achievement unlocked. Get the black kitty cat. Achievement unlocked. Ooh la la. Finally, we can have some peace. Peace and quiet. Somebody's cutting. Somebody's using the grinder again. Somebody's using the grinder again. And that's why when some friends on YouTube, my friends ask me, I'm thinking about getting a vacation in Bulgaria. I tell him, go in the forest. Either go only in the forest or don't come at all. Like absolutely only the forest. Okay? And ooh, now it's windy. Now it's windy. So, where's my drink? Oh, there you are. Oh, that's the drink. And I need new pants. I actually need new pants. Okay. So, as I was saying, turns out when you can start doing stuff at home, you can actually do like a lot of things. You can make things into a powder, you can keep them in alcohol, you can keep them in glycerin, you can keep them in the fridge, you can freeze them. You can do a surprising amount of things that you never expected. So, guess what? You can use whole grapes. You can also use wine. You can buy wine and you can use special types of grapes. You can use special types of grapes. And because you can use special types of grapes, you can use Mavrud. You can use Mavrud. And Mavrud is one of the grapes that you can, it's very rich in certain stuff. So it's going to be Mavrud or some other types. What else? French grapes. French grapes. As I was saying. What was I saying? And there's something else. There's the leaves of French grapes. So the plant, which is called French grape, not grapes from France. We're talking about the plant called French grapes. The leaves are very high in specific things. So there's different types of grapes. There's this plant called French grape, and the leaves, not just the grapes and the seeds, but the leaves. So not only can we concentrate wine, we can use different types of grapes and plants, and we can make elixirs that science says, okay, these are actual studies, science that says that these things can somewhat clean the blood from the calcium deposits. Okay, I'm not claiming anything. I'm saying what the science says. Okay, and that's about it. So we can actually, I believe I can make something that is so strong it can actually, it's like way better than the Doppel Herz. Now they have machines that concentrate the stuff from the pomace, but they're already using waste material. When you're using waste material, you're going to use an expensive machine to concentrate the stuff. But if you just start off with rich material, even if you can't concentrate that much at home, you can still concentrate it plenty, and the material is rich. So you're going to get the good stuff. You're going to get the vital force, you know. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, the red stone, the boot stone. That's today's how-to video. Now, how exactly am I gonna make it? I'm gonna look into it. I don't have a lot of time these days. But anyway, hope you had fun with this video. Have a great day.